It's actually 11:15 in the morning. You can say afternoon, almost afternoon. We just got out today as opposed to yesterday. It's not a rainy day. Today is a pretty happy dry day, and we were kind of really tired from all of the activities that we did yesterday, which I will fill you in on later. So we actually just got out right now, and I'm not feeling too well, so took a Panadol. Now I'm feeling better, and we are walking towards the Louvre for our second day of the hop-on, hop-off bus, and that I really recommend. It's an extremely touristy thing to do, but it's really good because you get a pair of headset. Everybody gets a pair of headset, and you get commentary of all the landmarks and the history and everything about Paris. So it's like having your own personal tour guide with you. And this street is a gorgeous, gorgeous street. This street is all about, it's filled with galleries and cafes and a fruit market. And being a fashion lover, one thing that I noticed, and obviously Paris is the fashion capital of the world, and this is expected, but let me just show you another gallery. Look at this. All of these big brands like Isabel Marant, Dries Van Noten, they are all just like street shops. You have Aldo's and Nine West back there. We have Dries Van Noten, Stella McCartney, Isabel Marant on the street. I'll show you. We'll just cross Isabel Marant right now. I'm just like, whoa. I feel like I should have been born French. I don't know. It's such an artistic, creative Voltaire. It really just makes you want to go back in history and live that era. I'm sure it wasn't as pleasant back then because people were all getting beheaded. Okay, guess what's right in front of me? That's the Louvre, baby. That's the Louvre. And you know what's right in front of the Louvre? I'll show you. Oh, there you go. That's Dries Van Noten. Can you see that? That right there. My sausage fingers. Like I told you, just like a street shop. Right next to a cafe. I mean, nothing big about it. We can cross now. It's not very cold today. You want to buy a lock?
Pont des Arts, or the Lovelock Bridge, is a pedestrian bridge that crosses the River Seine. It links the Institut de France and Louvre Museum. The original version of this bridge was built back in 1802. It was the first metal bridge in Paris. Today, it is listed by the French Ministry of Culture as a National Historic Monument. And why not? Couples attach padlocks with their names on it and throw the key into the river as a sign of their eternal love. As of February 2014, there were over 700,000 locks on this very bridge. But this bridge has been damaged and a part of it collapsed because of the weight of all of those locks. So the French say, take a selfie instead of leaving a love lock.
So now we are on the, I think that's the right bank of River Seine. Oh, by the way, those are the cruise boats. They take you around the River Seine for a cruise and dinner and all that.
Everything is cool and you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. Living your dream. La 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 la. Everything is awesome when you stick together. Everything is awesome.
We reached the inside of the Louvre, the famous pyramids. We're just mind blown by the architecture. You see the columns and the details right there. See all that work. You see that? Now all this and all this and all this and all this and all the way until there. All that is Louvre. Aren't you mind blown? Don't you see what I'm talking about? Everything is awesome.
I was going to sing the same song.
Cool
when
and
you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. When you're living that dream. Everything is awesome. When
That's our
you
bus.
stick together.
Both of them, the green ones. We're on top of the bus. Once again, yesterday we couldn't come and sit on top of the bus because it was just raining the whole day. If you come during winter, you have to be completely bundled up, otherwise you're gonna fall sick, undoubtedly. You need your hats and your mufflers and your something like that. If you guys come and get on top and get into a hop on hop off bus, don't even bother sitting downstairs. You have to come up and sit on top.
If you're traveling to Paris for the very first time, traveling by a hop on hop off bus is my recommendation. There are many companies that you can choose from.
National Assembly.
Hey, sunshine, hello. You were missed, Mr. Sunshine.
That's another look at Champs-Élysées. If you need to do some high-end shopping, baby, this is where you need to be. And that is the Madeleine Church. It was designed as a temple to the glory of Napoleon's army. Paris really is a beautiful city. During day and night, the city glows and sparkles at night, rich in culture and art. Every single corner of the city is magical and dreamy. And the locals were welcoming, helpful, and sweet as well. There are sculptures that date back to the 17th century everywhere. Breathtakingly beautiful. That's Pont Neuf, the oldest standing bridge across the river Seine in Paris. The construction began in 1578 and ended in 1607. Mind blown? Hop on Hop Off is a good way to have a quick overview of Paris. So if you have the time, you can go back to the particular part you liked after your Hop on Hop Off tour. It's just like picking and choosing your must-visit places from a catalog.
Bonjour. Oh, somebody's really angry. She's fighting with her boyfriend and she was loud. You know what the best part about our hotel is? It's Hotel Welcome, 66 Row de Seine, right here in the heart of the city. Our second day of Hop on Hop Off bus tour ends today. It was really good. We couldn't cover all the lines. There are 4 lines. We covered 3 lines and that was amazing. So we went back to the hotel room, took a little bit of rest, and now we're here in Cafe Mobilon. When I anticipated my trip to Paris, this is what I wanted to do the most. Sit by the roadside cafes and just enjoy your time.
I didn't vlog after this, but the night was just beginning for us. We continued bar hopping and went into a small but amazing pizza place and had the most amazing pizza before we went once again to River Seine and called it a night. Night night.
Good morning. It's a chilly, windy morning. I just lost myself there. We're in front of a company called Paris City Vision. I'll show you in a moment. So we're taking a one-day trip to Champagne.
So we ask you please to be very punctual today, because we got appointments this afternoon. This afternoon we don't stay in Reims, we go to Épernay, the other capital city of Champagne, located south from Reims. So we'll see the vineyard and then we'll reach Épernay. In Épernay you are going to visit Mercier, a wine cellar.
I'm going down to the cellar.
We are at 150 kilometers north from inside this vineyard. There is what we call a scale of cru. A cru is a village. So we classify some village with the soil, the subsoil, and wooden barrel.
The wooden barrels used from 1827 to 1955.
It's what we used just after the wooden barrel, 1955 to 1991. And it was easy to clean. One man went inside the bathroom, through the red door here, and can clean like in a bathroom. So it was easier than the wooden barrel.
Carlotti, chef de cave de la maison Mumm. Cette maison a été fondée en 1827 et depuis sa création...
After a brief introduction to champagne, the host led us down to the wine cellars. 20 meters below the ground. It is cold and moldy and dark. Rows after rows of bottles after bottles of champagne. Did you know that sparkling wine that is made in Champagne can only be named Champagne? Champagne is the name of a place in France, by the way.
Because, for example, for the brut, we had 8 grams sugar per liter inside. And for the demi-sec, the semi-sweet, 44 grams sugar per liter inside. And after, we clean and we dress the bottle. We store the bottle a few weeks and then we sell it or we ship it.
This is the largest gallery over here, 400 meters. There are 25 million bottles in the gallery right now.
She explained and showed examples of the entire champagne making process. Well, I could have made my own champagne now, but well, I don't live in Champagne, so.
Looks like a medieval torturing place.
We walked out through a museum of sorts and proceeded to the wine tasting.
Enjoy your tasting. Madame?
After our tour at G.H.Mumm, we proceeded to visit the Reims Cathedral. What do you know? It's pronounced as Reims. Yeah, Reims is Reims. Well, somebody's very French now. It's a Roman Catholic church in a Gothic style with over 3,000 sculptures depicting different stories from the Bible. This is the church in which almost all of the kings of France were crowned. Almost all of them. This church was built back in the year 1210. Yeah, that's 1210. The year 1210. And it took about 120 years to complete. It's all made of stone.
All the kings of France were coronated here, right here.
And after this, we were taken to another winery, the Mercier. It was an even bigger champagne production company, a champagne making place.
These guys seem bigger than the previous one as well. Oh, I have to first show you the Christmas decoration because this is actually the prettiest Christmas tree I have seen ever.
Mercier has an even bigger wine cellar. They are huge, and they actually took us around in a little train and showed us around the whole wine cellar and showed us a story. And
They're just here because the train is laser guided, you're correct, guided.
This is which one? This is Brut.
It's the brut, yeah.
Can you say that again?
Brut.
Brut.
That means it's not sweet. It's a classical.
Jean Mercier, he wanted to provide champagne for everyone and he wanted to make it accessible to everyone. So back in 1858, he built this ginormous barrel. I mean, you can see in comparison to those people how huge this barrel is. So that he can make champagne in this in a large quantity and serve it to everyone. In 1858, yep. In 1889, I believe, he actually took the barrel to the World Fair in Paris. So he took it all the way from Champagne to Paris. You know, it's those times. So I think there were 24 cattle pulling these things through the roads, and they had to reinforce bridges and rebuild roads just so that it can support this huge, ginormous and heavy barrel.
Because of the white spots on the leaves of the grapes. Maybe the name, the origin of the name of the Pinot Meunier. The Pinot.
By the time all of this was done, we were really tired and beat up, and it was just raining, so it was cold and we were tired.
We are on a street right behind the Louvre, and there are so many souvenir shops with really, really nice stuff. And let me show you something. All the macaron lovers. Maybe there's macaron everywhere. There's also macaron in my bag. We're going back to our room after our day trip to Champagne, and I ordered one of this, one tartine, and I ordered a quiche. There you go.
Tomorrow is a new day. Bye.